Last time on Must Be Dice, our big-footed heroes set out on their quest to rescue their princess. They stumbled upon a bridge troll who's really bad at his job. And then they almost died drowning in quicksand. Our band of adventurers then lost one of their own as Rekdi Narrowstar sacrificed his life so that his friends could escape certain death. Will our heroes ever possibly recover from their loss? Will they ever find that princess they were looking for? Will we immediately bring James back to play Narrowstar's evil twin, D-Rek? Find out this week on Must Be Dice. I'm your Dungeon Master, Daniel Schneider. Welcome to episode 3 of Super Princess Rescue Quest. Today I'm joined by Best in the Biz, Elise Willems.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me, Dan. What an adventure awaits us.
And the handsomest master I know, Patrick Brown.
Hello.
And the baby boy of Funhaus, Armando Torres.
I prefer to go by Worst in the Biz.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
If y'all would just maybe do a quick introduction of your characters so we can remember what's going on with you guys, who you are.
Absolutely. And I'll go first as I am the heart of the group. I am playing Antrolio Gutierrez, a young troll who has joined this group of adventurers because he doesn't know enough about the world to put together a good riddle. He's got nothing.
I'm Elise Willems, and I'm playing Neville Shortpants. He is a halfling and also a human scarecrow. Well, halfling scarecrow, that was his occupation before leaving his beautiful idyllic setting to embark on an adventure with his best friend, Rix, as he calls him. And he's a little bit traumatized, a little bit heartbroken about Rick's death.
The accent doesn't give any of that away.
He's
though.
a little bit heartbroken.
Yeah.
This is how he sounds when he
Always
said.
positive.
But he and Bobbins have been at a bit of an odds because Bobbins' father is responsible for the death of Neville's father because he made a bowl that was a bit too deep.
That's not the fault of
That is
Snob.
the backstory we're going with. And and yes, the onus is on your father, and you need to. So there's a bit of a tension there. But I am here to honor the legacy of my best friend, my best mate, Rick.
So your new companion, his family has caused two important people in your life to drown in thick porridge-like substances.
He has.
Because he misjudged how deep something was.
He has.
Interesting.
No, I feel like if you drown in a bowl, that's always going to be your fault and never the bowl
Not
makers.
if you thought the bowl was more shallow.
Doesn't matter how deep
what's
you
your
think it is.
character?
I am Bobbins Bagtree, a ranger of sorts, a hunter, a man of the wood.
I'm reading the teleprompter. It says man with wood.
Yeah.
Both two things can be true. I spend most of my time in the forest, and I've taken up with this band not so much to save the princess, but because I'm worried about what was it, the Godstone?
You got it.
The Godstone, which
Yeah,
sort of
memory.
protects the forest, the wood, of which I care deeply. I'm also joined, of course, by my animal companion, Pogo, the weasel.
Who we
who,
have animated throughout the entire
Pogo will be
series.
Pogo's going to be right here. Editor.
No.
Yeah, can we get a close-up on-
We have hired a VTuber,
Yeah.
a very popular
Oh,
VTuber to
play
portray
Pogo?
Pogo as well.
Yep.
Haven't really seen Pogo do much yet. It's
He's
unclear.
a valuable member of the team.
Pogo gets added in post.
Yep.
He gets forgotten
Very
about
valuable
regularly.
member
Yeah.
of the team. So there is some tension, but I believe I comforted you in your time of need. Because you
did.
were weeping like a child would.
I was after the death of Rex, and we had a little bit of a moment where we embraced, but
Yeah.
it's unclear if going forward that's going to be enough
Yeah.
to repair this relationship. We are three very different misfits on this quest together to save the princess.
And now is sort of leaderless.
True.
In a sense, yeah.
Does Antrolio see himself as the leader?
If you'll remember from last
I mean, I
episode.
think, we'll get into that.
Yeah, he called himself Green Leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
No life experience.
No,
No, zero.
Very green.
Virgin, too.
yeah,
Literally.
He's never had sex.
Never.
Never had sex?
and never will.
No, probably
Oh, no.
not. Not at this rate.
He's saving himself for Jesus.
Thank you.
But when he gets to heaven, it's going down. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
What happens in heaven with the troll?
He fucks Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what was, yeah.
So you guys have been traveling through the forest for 2 or 3 days now, kind of bedraggled, a little bit lost, but you're still, because you have an expert ranger with you, following the eastern trail that you saw the flying ship that stole your princess take.
Mhm.
It is getting towards the end of the day, and it would be appropriate time probably to find a place to camp before it's too dark when you can't find your way in the woods.
Centrolio just kind of like sits down on a log, like thumps down, and he goes, "Where are we going?"
Well, Antrolio, as we've told you, we are going to save the princess. I know it might not seem so glamorous to you, but it was what my best mate, Rix, he set out to do, and I was his loyal servant in the quest, and I intend to fulfill that promise
Are we
to
there
him.
yet?
Does it look like we're there yet?
I don't even know where there is.
Well-
Neither do we.
That is a bit of a quandary that we have at the moment, yes. Bobbins is
Troll,
he's an expert trekker, I'm told, so...
Troll, tell me a riddle.
And Trolio reaches into his scarf and he goes,
I'm trying something here. You'll see my plot soon enough, or you won't. You're quite simple.
So here's a riddle. What's short, wearing green, and killed the only person that allowed us to know what we were supposed to do next?
See, of course, this is a terrible riddle.
I know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
It's a Bobbins big tree.
That is, yeah.
Are your riddles meant to be solved, or are they meant to confound travelers?
All riddles are meant to be solved.
Are they not meant to confound travelers so that you may eat them? And this was solved the first try? This is why you have to travel, because your riddles are terrible. They're terrible riddles. No one's gonna... They're not gonna stump anyone.
Why are you still here then? Why are you still part of this then?
The Godstone. You know this.
Well, I'm here to save the princess, so... And
Why?
maybe she'll
Tell
put
me
me
why.
into her band of performers, after, like Rick said.
And a princess. That's like a big turkey.
It's...
She is not edible? No?
Well, anything's edible.
And that's... I have to side with the troll here. Anyone can be eaten.
Mm-hmm.
Though I probably wouldn't eat a princess. My own kind.
Well, Neville takes his
Uh,
little roll pack from his satchel and he starts to roll it out. He's,
All right.
he's
Tired
Well,
already, Neville.
Well, while you gentlemen debate this, I'm going to tuck in for the night.
Very well.
So,
And Trolio is setting up a fire, and while he's doing so, it's like thinking to himself, and he goes, Bobbins,
Yes, troll.
what is highly sought after but isn't a turkey?
Gold is the answer.
It was a princess.
It was gold,
And
in
he
fact,
pi- he-
actually.
he
the
takes
answer
a
was gold.
fork out of his shirt and starts approaching you.
You're going after him looking in your chops?
He's just going. Nom, 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 nom.
I flash my cape to distract him and then hold out my foot to trip him into the fire, embarrassing him greatly.
And Trolio dies. All right. I'll see you later, guys.
Roll a skill check, see if you trip and fall.
Sure. What am I rolling?
A 20 under your skill defense.
That's 10. That's a 12. Yeah, I got it.
He trips you, but you catch yourself in some cool way. Do you do a neat maneuver?
Yeah.
With any sort of flourish?
So you trip me, and I go, and Trolio goes, whoa! And then does a handstand over the fire and lands it and sticks the landing, and then it falls forward and on his face.
After sticking the landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even watching. I'm already sitting
You
down.
ignored him.
Yeah.
This is the old part of the forest, a place where odd things are said to happen. Encounters with fae or visions sent from God. Sunlight can barely penetrate the primordial canopy of this wood. Oak, lime, ash, and elm stand watch, sentinels of this extraordinary land. This is a peaceful place, a quiet and calm place, a bit eerie.
Ooh.
No birds sing, no critters stir, and no wind blows.
One critter stirs. My beloved Pogo.
That's Pogo! That's the voice that we got in post.
Uh-huh.
You're committing to that now.
Yeah.
You know, the sun's going down. Fireflies are peeking out through the forest. You start hearing a little frog song as the night goes down. You know, the little croaks and ribbits.
Oh, I'm a frog.
Neville is he's in his pack and he's listening to the frogs sing and he's thinking about when they were kids and he and Rex would go out into the field and kind of lie and look at the stars together and hear the frogs croaking and
Nostalgic frog song.
We did level everybody up. That would be happening right now, technically, at your fire, but we took care of that right before we started shooting. So everyone's a little stronger.
So we're healed.
Healed up as well.
Ooh-wee.
Is someone going to keep watch? Or are you all going to just pass out?
I mean, I'm smoking my pipe right now. At
Oh, you
the
got a
fire.
pipe?
Of course I have
What
a
are you
pipe.
smoking in your pipe?
Crack.
They have crack in this world.
It's called crack, but it's not
Okay.
necessarily
No,
what
it's
what
great
maybe
crack.
us
Great.
actors
Yeah.
would think of as crack.
Neville he coughs. He pops out of his little pack and he says, "Do you mind with the smoke?
What is that? Who's there?
Wait, it's me, and yeah, I've got a bit of a I've got a little bit of a sensitive lung. Maybe you can mind. You can mind me not be soaking that
I blow some smoke in Neville's face.
Oh no.
Real mature." And Neville gets back in his pack and he pulls it completely over his head.
Spirit, awaken, Neville. Come to, awake. Troll,
Where am I?
hear you these cries?
I think that's a frog song.
Listen.
Oh,
No, that's what they sound like when they're nutting.
That sounds a bit of an apparition.
Spirit, identify yourself.
must I identify myself to the likes of you? I am King Krupus. Oh.
Does this name sound familiar to any of us?
No. I mean, it could be a crack hallucination. Do people hallucinate on crack?
Oh,
Not
You're doing
my
enough of it.
tomb.
You get cocaine psychosis. Surely there's crack psychosis.
Can I roll to see if I can glean anything from?
Yeah.
I
this?
mean, maybe a
Do you want another
Oh my
box?
God.
It's a
We have
2.
the box on.
I know it's a whole thing.
We'll come up with something between the next 2 episodes. We'll figure this out by the end of the show.
17.
17. You have no idea what's going on.
king.
Oh, my tomb, my beautiful tomb.
I would say, but you do have the old tongue, right? This is not a hallucination of any kind, and it's not just a normal frog song. It's some sort of intelligent creature is actually talking to you.
Do we understand the language that it's speaking?
It is, yeah, it's speaking the common language.
A king is like a dad princess.
Yes, actually.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
close. Yeah.
pretty close. Pretty good.
Edible.
Again, all things are edible, but don't eat this.
Okay.
Unless they fail your riddles, and then I suppose it's Fair game.
Frog King Spirit. Whereabouts are you? Can you give us a little bit of a hint where you are?
Oh, the honor of my tomb has been destroyed.
your tomb.
Yes.
Tell me the nature of this tomb.
Oh, it is magnificent. The greatest tomb in the history of the Frog Kingdom.
Well, it doesn't sound so magnificent if it's been destroyed now, does it?
Yeah. Wow.
Thoughts, King Frog?
What?
Neville says that it must not be so magnificent if it were destroyed.
And this one is Neville.
Your thoughts?
It still is there. It's just the honor of my tomb. It has been desecrated by vile thieves or something. I'm not sure. I
that's-
just woke up.
That's a bit of a pity now, isn't it?
Do you think it's the thieves that kidnapped the princess?
It could be. I reckon it could be.
Frog, describe to us these thieves.
Oh, I do not know. I have just awoken in my tomb, ripped from my cosmic palace with my sister wives.
Oh, he's a bit of a ghost now, isn't he? He's a bit of a philandering ghost now.
Hold on. I have a question, and this is Antrolio Gutierrez, aspiring riddleist.
Oh,
Are the wives your sister or sisters with each other?
I am also wondering this.
why not both?
Oh, all right. That's a little bit of a pickle.
Frogs, I guess, different.
What's disgusting and over there? That.
Your Grace.
Riddle.
Your Grace, the frog ghost. Why don't you come out and maybe we'll give you a hand. We can talk this through. Maybe
Yes.
have a look see.
I'm right here.
Well, we can't see you. We can't see you.
I swat at the air.
You must find my tomb
Why?
because I command it.
Well, we have no master but the princess. And myself, the wood.
Yes, the
Forest.
princess.
My master.
Princess!
You know of our...
She's in my tomb.
I'm sorry, you have our princess.
Sure.
Well, there you have it.
Oh, I guess we gotta go into your tomb then. Tombs are not scary at all.
Are you afraid?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Why did you say it wasn't scary? No, afraid.
I was just pointing at the obvious. The tomb is not scary.
That it's not scary at all.
It's not scary to anyone.
I'm
No.
unfamiliar with tombs. Is
What-
it like the thing that we did back there for our dead friend,
Yes.
where I made a
It
mudman?
is the same.
Okay.
Yes.
Frog, perhaps you can direct us how to get into your tomb.
I will search the area.
Yeah,
for,
maybe search and see if we
Yeah.
see any indication of
for
a tomb
evidence
or how
of
to get
the
into
entrance to
one.
said
Yeah.
tomb.
Do my bidding.
That's enough, Frog King, or we shall entertain you no more.
All right, so you start looking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bobbins is searching around.
Yes.
Kind of maybe following the direction that you felt the ghost voice was coming from.
Yeah.
And you find a rare clearing inside this very dense wood. But it contains a clover-covered earthen mound. The ground is damp and muddy around the small green hill. A lone frog sits atop the barrow, paying you no mind. A stone cairn has been knocked over on the southern end of the mound. Amongst the knocked over stones, there are 3 much larger stones that are long and flat and roughly rectangular.
My friends, tell me. See you this damp mound?
I go in and I follow the call of Bobbins. Oh no, it's a bit damp here. Look at it. Karen's knocked over there.
This mound, it's incredibly wet. But from what source?
I look at it and I go, "That's no mudman."
Correct?
It is not.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's not. Very astute, Antrolio. To observe.
Like a leader would be, he says, feeling it out.
Whatever. Sure. Okay.
What do you make? What do you make of these here slabs?
Yeah, do we have... I'm a woodsman. I don't know if I would have any slab knowledge.
I'm a
but
dumb piece of fucking shit.
Can I check the slabs?
Yeah, you check the slabs. I mean, it looks
Do we
like
see an entrance or is it...
you don't see an entrance, but so where the cairn's kind of knocked over,
Mhm.
you see these giant stone slabs that also look like they knocked over.
Okay.
Like they might
okay.
at some point have been a part of something else.
I'm gonna talk to the frog in the old tongue.
Okay.
Does any of this look familiar?
What, and I'm gonna talk to the frog that's sitting on the.
Oh, not the cave
No.
frog. Okay.
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to the frog that's sitting
Okay.
on the.
And it's just kind of like
Yeah.
staring, just
Reeb, 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 reeb. And I'm asking him, what is this place here, frog? Pardon the bother, but my friends and I were looking for the tomb and the entrance to the Frog King's tomb. Perhaps you would know what's happening here. I'm seeing some slabs. I'm seeing a cairn knocked over.
so he confirms this is like the Frog King's tomb is underneath you.
Well, all right, that's good to know. Beep, 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 beep.
And he goes beep 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 beep, and like so the door is right there. You're standing next to it.
Wait, the door? The door? Where's the door?
Right there. You're standing next to
Next
it.
to it. What do you mean? This is the tomb. It's so small, though. This
Is
is
the
Beep, beep.
tomb frog-sized?
this is a king's resting
Well,
place.
you can't understand.
Feels a bit small for a king.
This is you and I are like we're at like a nail salon and they're
There's-
talking shit about it.
Yes, yes.
There's
nothing we can do.
The entrance. You're standing right next to it. The stones.
Oh, we go in the stone. In what way? We push the stones?
Yeah, you gotta put the door back together.
Oh, we put the door.
Of course.
I don't understand this. Stop trying.
Yeah, and we're actually upset about
Stop trying to make this happen.
But I'm pretending like I do.
So, what do you mean put them back together? In what way? What formation?
In a door. So you can go in the tomb. It's right there.
Oh, I'm confused, Frog. So we arrange these, stick them, or line them up, or how do we do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but what says this creature?
Also, he's very annoying. Do not listen to when he says. He says he's a tricker, and he says he's in tune with the forest. I don't know how you feel about that being a bit of a frog.
Hello, frog. I am Bobbins, a tracker and friend of the forest.
See,
Yeah.
see what
And
I'm, see what I mean
He
here?
shares a look with
Yeah.
you. And
Yeah.
No. I know that word in frog. They're talking shit.
I don't think this frog would talk shit about me.
Well,
Thank you, but
I talked to the frog, and he says that we have to take these stones to make a door to the tomb. King, does that sound familiar to you?
Sorry, I zoned out there.
yes or no, King? The stones.
Ah, yes.
What do the stones
Okay.
have on them?
They're they're this shape sort of, but like a rock,
Ah, like
like a
paper.
bunch of flat.
Is there any investigating
flat.
I could do to?
I guess roll a skill check for me.
Well, what do they have on the stones?
They're just stones.
They
They're
have-
like
they don't
long and
have-
flat.
Markings on them?
I fail. Skill check.
So yeah, you're investigating the stones and come up with some sort of super obvious observation about them.
These are, in fact, stones. Neville,
Well, yeah, that's the frog and I talked about that already.
I've confirmed it.
You're not giving us any new
for us.
information.
I want to pick up the slabs and stick 2 of them in the mud and then put 1 on top of it.
All right, do a brawn check for me.
Very good. It's under the table.
Too strong.
It's a 5.
Oh, come on.
That works.
Oh, come on.
So you stick them in the mud and then put one on top.
Yeah.
All right. So when you do that, the earth starts to shake a little bit, and the kind of the murky, wet grass that you're standing on starts to come and pool towards where you stack this up.
Oh, God, I'm a prop riddleist.
The ground on the other side, like you've created what's called a dolmen, essentially. There's 2 sides and a top. So you've created a doorway into this underground tomb. Like the ground separates itself on the other side of where you've created this doorway.
Frogman,
Oh,
who taught you of riddles such as these?
take your time. It's not
So
like my grave hasn't been desecrated. Wait, it has.
So the doorway's open now.
So yeah, so on the other side of this dolmen, there's a hole into the earth, down into the
Okay.
earth. There's a tunnel of stacked stones. So like a cairn is a lot of flat stacked stones.
And it opens as he puts
Yeah,
the...
yeah. So he puts
Okay.
it in, everything rumbles and some water rushes in, and then a hole opens in the earthen mound. There's a tunnel leading downward, and it's like the walls are stone.
And Trulio is going down head first, and he's excited because up until this point, he has understood that riddles have been words, stupid words put in dumb ways, meant to trick kindergartners. But now he realizes that a riddle could be a physical challenge, like some form of taskmaster or a fear factor.
Mhm.
And he loves Joe, so he's going
no.
down. He's trying to find out what else this frog has in store for him.
Neville is a little bit hesitant to go back underground after what happened in the mine,
Oh yeah.
but
The mine.
he thinks to himself, "What would Rix do? What would Rix do? Rix would go into that tunnel, no hesitation." So he goes down. He follows Entrolio down into the tunnel.
Okay.
I look behind me, apprehensively once, make sure we're not being followed, and then descend behind them into the tunnel.
The dolmen doorway leads to a tunnel with stacked stone walls and dirt floors. The floors are wet, damp, and slimy. Unlit torches hang along the walls. It is dark down in this tunnel.
I would like to begin lighting the torches.
All of the ones along the
Yeah.
wall. All right. Do you grab one?
Yeah, I grab one, light it with my. I have
Wait.
a tinderbox.
I stop him and I want to examine the torch and see if there's anything written on it.
You examine the torch. There's nothing written on it. There might be some filigree, like some nice design, but there's nothing written in a language.
And Trolio grabs it and goes, "Wait! I thought this was a puzzle."
No, it isn't. And then I light
And
the
then he
torch.
lowers your hand to light it.
You see, Entrolio, while the entrance to the tomb was in fact a puzzle, not everything is a puzzle. This is something you will learn in the outside world.
Ooh. But anything can be a puzzle.
Potentially, yes.
I've only seen a doorway as a doorway, but that doorway was a puzzle.
It was. But
One doorway.
but were the torches a puzzle, Entrolio?
No.
No, they were not.
Here's a puzzle for you. Why would a man tie himself up to a wood post in the middle of a field for his entire life?
Are you talking about God? Jesus?
Why would someone do that?
Well,
For no pay.
well,
no glory.
He does it for pay. Yes,
There's
it's his
a lot
livelihood.
of pay. First of all, he paid for our sins.
The different guy. I'm referring, of course, to our companion.
Well, why would Trekker's father sell someone else's father a bowl
With
that's
the bowl. I'm not
that's-
certain
he
that my
mislabeled
father.
as shallow.
I'm still not sold on the idea that my father was to blame for your father drowning in a bowl.
A bowl of porridge in a bowl that he trusted your father to make shallow.
Yes,
and he
and-
lied to him, didn't
Well,
he?
very well.
So maybe
You
some
can-
would say yes, it is a bit I don't know,
Simple.
simple to be a scarecrow, or not, to, as
Stu-
honorable to
stupid.
you. But I think it has far more honorable than coming from a family of liars, is what I think. It's honest work. It's honest work, not
Right.
selling deceptive bowls.
No.
Now I'm confused.
No one else has ever been fooled by this.
Now I'm confused. Is this a puzzle?
Perhaps one that we will unwind over the course of this series.
I am here to do Rix's mission, and you're distracting it. You're distracting it right now.
Silence, child. Do you hear that?
Yes.
As you walk down, the tunnel slowly opens up into a larger room with a domed ceiling. At the center of this room is a dais with a sarcophagus on top of it. The walls are covered in alcoves filled with a variety of skulls. A few inches of water are on the floor surrounding the dais. Lily pads with flowers are blooming a deep pink hue.
How big is this area?
About 20 feet.
Okay, so it's just a small little, okay.
Domed ceiling is a little higher.
Yeah.
Oh, this is about charming. I would like to have a tomb like this someday. Very regal,
It's not
yes.
bad. Is
You
it?
you should hope to have a home like this someday. It's my understanding you live on a pole in a field.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I
or any
don't
home.
live there. I have
Any home.
I have a little bit of a hole that I live in.
That's
It has no covering. It's just a hole in the earth about 3 inches deep that he sleeps in.
for 30 minutes.
There's
as
no
we
shelter.
established.
No shelter from
Let's
the
focus
elements.
on the task at hand. Frog King, have we found your final resting place here, huh?
This drab spot. It lacks the decadence that I require to bed down for eternity.
Then tell us, where are we?
How the frog should I know?
Not very helpful.
Could you describe it again, Dan? What
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks like?
So larger room than the tunnel you've been in. Domed ceiling. There's a dais in the middle of the floor with a sarcophagus on top. There's water around the dais with some lily pads. Skulls
Can-
in the alcoves. There's more to tell you about the sarcophagus or the skulls if you wanted to investigate any of that stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna ask: is the water around the sarcophagus like a moat? Like, is it deep?
No, it's kind of just like water that's built up on the floor. It's
Okay.
like a little mucky and muddy. Maybe like an inch or two. It's not a lot of water.
Can I hopscotch along the lily pads over to where the dais is?
Yeah. You're like jumping over to the dais?
I mean, it's not deep enough, right? To like.
No.
Are you
Hops-
gonna?
right,
Yeah,
isn't it
you
like-
just
Well,
walk
it's just
through
like
it, I
pool
guess.
You
But
can
I-
still attempt that.
Sure.
I hopscotch
Okay,
on the lily pads.
go for it.
Are you gonna open the sarcophagus?
We'll see.
I think you should.
We'll see if we get there.
I agree.
So the minute you do your little hopscotch across the lily pads onto the dais, the minute your foot touches the dais, you get an electric shock and take 2 damage.
Troll! What's happened?
I don't know how to describe it. It's like fire, but in my bones.
Neville, go and try the same thing and see if it affects us as it affects him.
I don't know. It seems a bit dangerous, doesn't it?
Are you not brave? Is this not what Rekti would want of you?
I suppose
To
this
show
is
your
what-
spirit, your worth, your
This
bravery?
is indeed what Ricky would want me to do. Well, Neville's gonna try to shoot his slingshot at the lid of the sarcophagus and see if it would create enough force to push the lid
Okay,
off at all.
do a brawn check.
18.
So you're trying to roll under your brawn
Yeah.
defense. Your pellet from your slingshot just kind of ricochets off.
It hits me in the face.
I'd like
right,
to.
I guess you're right. I guess I have no other options but then to attempt to remove the lid.
Neville, of course I'm joking. You,
Well, Neville goes and he doesn't even touch the sarcophagus. He just puts one foot in the water.
Okay. So he just puts his foot in
Yeah.
the water and nothing really happens.
happens.
It's like wet and squishy mud up between your toes.
oh,
Are you
Okay.
guys barefoot?
very well.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured I just.
So
Yeah.
he walks over and he tries to push the lid off the sarcophagus.
So between the water and the sarcophagus is like a couple of feet of this dais that you would need to.
Oh, okay.
If you're walking to it, you would have to walk onto.
I see.
Uh,
How? And I couldn't like jump from.
You could try to jump.
Yeah, I think I'll try to jump from
Okay.
the water across the dais.
Do a brawn
the-
check for me. So roll under your brawn defense.
Didn't make it.
All right, so you jump. It looks like for a second that you might be able to grab onto the sarcophagus, but you come up a good foot short, land right on the dais, and take 4 damage of electric.
Oh,
so it's an
God.
electric shock. So your muscles spasm. You might not know what that feeling is, as
Jeez.
Antrolio described it as fire in his bones.
Can I look at the skulls around? I want to do a little more investigating of
So
the
am I
surroundings.
am I just lying prone on the dais being electrocuted?
For a second,
Okay, and then I just jump out of there.
you get out. You roll off.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. Back into the water. So the skulls are there's lots of different creatures. Roll a skill check for me so I can determine what you're figuring out.
1. So yeah.
Oh.
I guess
Wow.
is that a critical?
Yeah, that's a crit.
That is a critical investigation you've done,
Woo.
sir.
I've investigated better than perhaps anyone ever has, Neville.
The numbers fly in front of your face.
They're
Yeah.
the math. There's a myriad of creatures here, mostly humanoid, but some of them are animals.
These are the skulls.
Yeah, all the skulls in these alcoves, kind of up around the wall and up onto the dome.
Mhm.
There's lots of ornate jewelry, gold teeth, jeweled inserts on the skulls, and some of the skulls are carved really intricately. What's that whale bone?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Scrimshaw.
They've like the
Scrimshaw.
ivory carvings. Yeah.
You would discern that these are retainers of high status.
Mm.
Retainers.
So this is like a noble burial place.
Yeah.
You also, while you're investigating, you kind of put your hand around the back, and you feel a little wire attached to the skull.
Oh. I pull it.
You pulled the wire?
Maybe you
Okay.
cut it.
I pulled
Maybe
the
you
skull.
should cut it, the wire, because the electricity
see.
is flowing through the wire.
It's not. Is it electricity? Does electricity
I mean,
exist
it's
in
some
that?
kind. It's some kind of current. It's like his dark material.
Is it not like an eel or something? I don't know. Is there
I would
real?
Cut, I would cut the wire.
I guess I'll investigate it.
It should also be
Further.
noted that Neville's cowlick that he takes painstaking efforts to wax down every day is just standing on it.
straight up?
Fully
Yeah.
upright?
You look like
Yeah.
Like an alfalfa, yeah.
Yeah.
So you pull this skull out,
Yeah.
or describe the skull that you're pulling out.
It's mostly humanoid, but it has large teeth,
Okay.
carving everywhere. Even some gold. What do they do to baby shoes?
A bronze
Oh,
them?
yeah.
Bronze.
They're
Yeah.
bronzed with
Oh.
gold,
Gold,
instead
okay.
They
of
make them
bronze.
Cortezes.
Gilded. It's gilded. Yeah, it's Cortezes.
Do a bronze save for me.
Oh.
Oh, so this is a save. Yeah, add your bonus.
To skill. 19 plus 5.
All right, so as you grab this skull, the wire that's attached to it, you hear a clicking noise,
Mhm.
and the stones and the skulls and the alcoves above you start to fall.
I do a flip backwards.
You do a really sweet flip backwards
Yes.
and avoid the stone collapsing on you and probably killing you.
Yeah.
Earth is kind of falling into the hole that's created,
Okay.
and the room that you're in is significantly smaller now.
Uh-oh.
Luckily, your friends were out of the way of the collapse.
Is this helping? Are we desecrating this
discovered-
grave more?
I've discovered a trap. We're all in grave danger.
You
I'm afraid.
activated the trip.
There's traps
You
everywhere.
activated the trip.
Anyone would have done
now we're
the
in
same.
dire
Anyone would.
circumstances.
So
You went in the
sometimes-
same trap that he had just gone in.
So sometimes a riddle can hurt.
Yes, Antrolio.
Well, you should have known that.
It can hit us emotionally and it can hit us physically.
A bowl is not a riddle. I should remind you again.
It is a riddle to those who drown in it. Yes. Riddle me this.
Mhm.
Why isn't my father still alive? Huh?
Because he didn't know how to use a bowl.
Because your father is a trickster.
He did not know how to use
He's
a
a
bowl.
trickster. He's a grifter.
Can we focus on the task at hand,
Oh,
please?
yeah. The
If it's
dire
not asking too
situation.
much,
You caused this. You did this. You need to get to that sarcophagus now. I don't care how you do it.
And
Send
get
your little friend.
as you two.
Send your little meerkat friend or whatever to
Now
go
that's
do
not
it.
a bad idea.
Are there any animals in here?
No. Just as you're looking around for animals, some earthworms start falling on Antrolio from the cave in. A few insects are crawling over you.
Oh, fuck you. I
Yeah,
hate insects.
I know you do.
Here's what I want to do. I want to go, ah, and then shake them off so that they fall on the dais.
Okay. As you do, it's like each one gets
Okay.
and
The
they
buzz
all
zapper.
die.
Oh, what have we here? A traveller here to hear my tale. Well, first, a question. Do you like dice? Of course you do. You're a little goblin watching our program. Well, we do have something for your little goblin hearts today. Everything Dice makes the best of dice handmade by artisans. Each side polished to a sparkling mirror shine. Edges so satisfyingly sharp, they're absolutely mesmerizing. Everything Dice aren't just beautiful, they're incredibly functional too. Easily readable, well balanced, and water resistant. They're the perfect gift for your fellow adventurers, or even a nice treat for your long-term campaign character. Everything Dice is offering a 15% discount for Must Be Dice listeners only. These guys rarely do sales, so that's a big deal. Get your dice now at everythingdice.com/mustbedice for 15% off your first order. That's everythingdice.com/mustbedice for 15% off your first order. Maybe I'll get myself some dice, I wonder. Yeah.
Neville, you got a better look at the sarcophagus as you were jumping for it. It sits on a dais. It's got an ornate lid. The lid is a carved statue of a frog. It has these fist-sized pink gemstones as its eyes, and it's spitting water out over the dais. That's kind of what's creating the water around the dais. When you're close to the dais, the hair on your arms kind of stands on end. Like you can feel a little electricity in the air.
Neville, as much as it pains me to admit this, you are
A pro with the slingshot.
proficient
Say it.
with your child's toy that you've chosen as a
No,
weapon.
it's a professional weapon, and I
Even
am
your friend
highly
Recti said it
proficient
was a
with it.
child's toy.
think-
Could you plug the frog's throat?
I think I know what you're
With a
putting down
stone.
here. Yeah. All right, I'll have to give it a go.
Skill check.
Failed.
So yeah, your little pebble flips right off. You know you're on target, but it just kind of flips out.
Are there any pieces of like earth that fell down, like big chunks?
Yeah.
I look at you, sling your slingshot, and I go, "That's a good idea." And I pick up a giant rock and just hurl it at the statue.
Do a brawn check for me.
I'm rolling under my
brawn,
number.
Yeah, under your brawn defense.
Ooh.
So you're just hurling chunks of
Yeah.
dirt over the sarcophagus.
Does the dirt like create a path over the water in any way, or is it
Yeah, I mean a bunch of the dirt has fallen on the dais.
dry? Does it look dry? I would like to see if the dirt to the dais is dry.
Looks pretty dry.
I would like attempt to walk to it.
Okay. You do so, but with the way the dirt is now, you kind of make it most of the way.
But it's not.
But you're going to have to make a leap to the rest of the sarcophagus or something else to like cover more of the dais.
I'll try to make a leap to the sarcophagus.
All right, do a skill check for me. Is that a 4?
11, so yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you make it right onto the top of that sarcophagus.
Woof. Friends, I've done what you could not.
I throw another piece of earth.
Do a brawn check.
Doesn't matter.
What you just did there, that's Scarecrow Training 101.
Then tell me why you weren't unable to do it.
I didn't even try it.
You did.
You walked
And
across
you
some
failed.
earth.
So that's technicality.
I would like to speak to Pogo.
Pogo's upon my shoulder.
Are you serious? Are you serious? This is the guy you're working for?
If you want to do Pogo, go for
Sure.
it.
I
What
can
is-
understand Pogo, so I know what you're saying in this case.
Well, we're speaking the old tongue. We're speaking a different language that you
Pogo
don't
doesn't
understand.
speak it. He was raised in
He does speak it. All animals speak it
Wow.
in this world.
Pogo loves bobbins.
Isn't he kind of like bully you sometimes? Don't you feel like that?
Doesn't bully me, only bullies others.
Oh my god.
Productive chat, Neville. With my beast
Carry on,
friend.
carry on.
So I'm on the.
You're pounced right on top of the
Okay.
top of this
And I'm
sarcophagus.
unharmed.
You're unharmed.
What do I see on the sarcophagus? I know there's.
So it's
there's
like
the
a carved
with
frog
the
that's
stones.
doing that
Yeah.
and spitting out water. 2 giant pink gems as eyes. When you made a leap onto the top of this thing, you felt it move a little bit.
Oh. I would like to attempt to remove the gems from the frog's eyes.
All right. Are you going at it with your hands or do you
Yeah,
have,
yeah. Just unless I need something else, I could
It
use.
feels like it needs to be pried or something.
I'll take an arrow, and using the arrowhead,
All right.
pry them loose.
You're the proud owner of 2 fist-sized pink gems.
Ooh. I show everybody. See what I have done.
You just grave robbed. You just pilfered this tomb of our wonderful
Enough,
frog.
enough,
Frog
enough.
King,
Just-
do you see this, Frog King? What What he's doing to you too? He's taking your gems.
Frog King, are you even
I
there?
think Frog King's asleep. Like quite literally.
Frog King, did
No,
you
I
see,
zoned out. I wasn't asleep.
did you see what he did?
I've still.
Oh, have you finished the puzzle?
He did not see. Can I shift my weight, like, to try and get the thing off?
Yeah. Do a skill check for me to like remain on your feet and not
Yeah.
falling onto the dais when you're trying that.
1.
Oh,
That's crit.
you're kind of shifting your weight back and forth. You get it rocking,
Mm-hmm.
and with your feet, you're able to flip it off the rest of the sarcophagus and then still land with your feet on either side.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then there is a deep, dark black hole as you look down. Like so, there's no body or anything there, but like a giant hole into another chamber.
Did you
Okay.
do a kickflip with the coffin?
I did a
skid?
tray. It was a
tray flip?
switch tray.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
I'm standing on the earth in front of the sarcophagus, I guess now. At
Okay.
this point, yeah.
Yeah. Is the earth enough that they can like
I've
approach?
been continuously throwing dirt.
All right, if he's been throwing dirt on it, then yeah,
Okay.
you can probably make it without having to leap anywhere.
My friends, look.
I look down into the dark hole,
How far does your dark vision work?
60 feet.
Okay, so you see pretty much to the bottom of this chamber, but it's pretty dim at the extent of your vision.
Uh-huh. What do I see?
This is a large open round chamber.
It's a large open round chamber.
There's about a 50-foot tall domed ceiling.
There's
Um,
about a 50-foot tall dome ceiling.
I don't know what y'all are gonna do. Are you gonna try and go down into it, or
I don't know
are
what
you
we're gonna
looking
do.
around more?
Are we going to go down into it?
I don't think we have.
Cholio, one does not resist a puzzle, correct? I would wager there are more puzzles down this hole.
It's a puzzle?
It might be, yeah.
Woo-wee! And he just dive on in.
Oh boy,
That's true.
I can roll a skill check.
do that. What'd you get?
I got a 1.
Okay, are you doing some sort of cool flip or something, or?
Hold your hands out and grind down the.
Yeah. And
Just
there's
like-
sparks and he goes in a circle.
Yeah.
Okay, you still take 8 damage
Oh!
from the jump,
Come on.
but you feel your fingers ripping through a mosaic that's along the wall.
Oh.
Ooh.
The mosaic, as you get a better look, depicts a timeline of the king's life, from egg to tadpole to frog man.
Huh. Huh.
The depictions of the frog are quite majestic and flattering, and he's got like ripped abs in a lot of them and
Do
like
I
flowing hair.
Do I see his sisters?
You see his sister wives.
Are they? Do I get a sense?
Are
if
they
they're,
hot?
Yeah.
Are you into like frogs at all?
I kind of look like a frog person.
Right. So yeah, I think you're into it. You hit the floor, and the floor of this room is similar to the top, but it's a much larger version of that. The whole floor is like a faux lake with lily pads. You see some fireflies and frogs kind of around on the floor. In the center of the water is a small island of lichen-covered stones. There's treasures and trinkets on this little island, and a large stone slab in the middle.
There's nothing down here.
Oh, well, there's nothing down there.
Very well. Goodbye, troll.
What? No. Wait, there's so much down here.
As I thought.
How should we get down? Do you see any path for us to get down?
Can I?
Not a grappling hook.
Huh.
So
Is
I would
there-
have to hold on to you to grapple down?
Indeed, Neville. Come.
That was a question from Elise. No.
Grip yourself to me, child.
What?
We're the same age, right?
And Trolio, is there any way to get down that doesn't involve me? You know, and Bobbins?
Yes, is there?
It looks like the best way to get down might be to just like hang on and then come down together.
Do you hear that, Neville? It seems the best way is for you to grab yourself to me, and I will lower
All right.
myself down.
All right, hurry, get off it. Let's make it. Let's do it then. There's no time to waste. No
Okay,
time to
very
waste.
well. And I attach my grappling hook and I say, up.
Neville.
You want to get carried? You want to get up?
He is so upset. He's so upset, but he has no choice but to jump up onto Bobbin's hip like he's a chimp.
Like a koala?
Yeah. So
You
he
wrap
goes
your
up
legs
like
around him.
Well, he grabs his hand. He grabs Bobbin's hand. He reaches up his and grabs it, and then he jumps up on his hip. And,
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I descend.
You descend down into the depths.
Yeah.
Okay, you make it very, very.
I am also at my
comfortably.
lowest point.
Yeah. When you're about like almost.
He's at a really high point though. Right?
Yeah.
When you're almost at the bottom, I go, well, I guess there's the elevator.
Elevator.
So you guys make it down. You touch your feet down into the water like you're in the lake.
I say, Neville, we're at the bottom. You may let go now if you wish. No need to continue clinging to me.
I need to be let down.
Oh, you need to be let down, do you? Oh, okay.
Let me
very
down
well.
now,
And
let me down
I
now.
kneel down.
And then Neville kind of like waddles off.
You two are the same size.
Well, I don't know. It's the physics.
Yeah.
When you descend the rope, you're very close to the center of the room. You see that small lichen-covered island with a stone slab in the middle. You see some bones on the top of the stone slab. You also see this large, next to the slab, a large hourglass suspended from heavy chains, and there's like this pulley system and a crank.
Where is the sand in the hourglass?
It's all the way at the bottom.
Okay.
See the hourglass. I look around the room at all of these things and I go, puzzles. And I see the hourglass, which clearly is the timer to start the puzzles. And I'm on a bit of a puzzle kick, so I'm going to start just cranking that fucking thing to get it started.
Trolio, maybe slow down.
Puzzles!
So Antrolio is cranking the hourglass device, and it immediately flips itself over, and sand starts dripping out. And just as the sand starts dripping out, you see a ghostly apparition of the Frog King kind of emerges from his bones that are on the stone slab.
Oh!
Appears before you.
Oh, hello! I feel my body again.
Neville falls face forward into an immediate bow. He's on all hands and knees, and he's bowing.
Suffocating.
Oh, Frog King! Oh, Frog King!
Neville,
We bow to you! We bow to you!
Yes, kiss
For God's
my
sake.
finger.
Neville, get up.
And
Some
Trolio
self-respect.
immediately tries to undo what he's done, but it's just locked in place.
Bobbins, we are in the presence of royalty. Bow to
Everyone,
royalty.
kiss my fingers.
Neville, he runs up.
No.
He's kissing,
Ooh, that
but I guess he's a
tickles.
ghost, right? Still kind of.
Yeah, there's a little bit of material presence to him,
Okay,
but
so
your
he's-
kisses would be going through his fingers.
Yeah. Oh, Frog King! Oh, Frog King! I'm so sorry to hear about how your tomb's been desecrated. I mean, I think it's lovely, but it's a bit of a pity, yeah.
Yes, it's a bit of a pity. Me being ripped from my royal chambers, 3 inches deep in my sister wife.
Oh dear. Well, if you just direct us to the princess, we will not disturb your slumber anymore, Frog King.
Yes, what do you mean, princess?
The princess that you said that you had down here, the reason we solved all them puzzles.
Oh, I do not recall that. Please,
Oh.
we must desecrate.
Oh, Frog
Wait,
King.
reconsecrate.
I don't know.
We must reconsecrate my tomb so I can return to my sex pleasure.
I want to
Frog
piss
King-
on this guy's grave.
Frog King, we will not be having sex with you. Is that clear?
No, he didn't mean consummate. He said consecrate.
Very well.
Consecrate.
Very well.
Yeah.
I don't need sex with you. I have my back holes full of eggs.
Frog King, my liege, though we are quite honored to be in your esteem, it would appear that we have come here under false pretenses. Yeah.
I do not care about these measly little creature troubles. I am the Frog King. Do my bidding, or you will pay.
Pay? Oh no, there's a threat. There's a threat included here, is there?
Yes, tariffs are quite high in my kingdom at the moment.
I pull.
You're
Neville,
dead. You have no kingdom.
I pull Neville and Bobbins aside and I go, look, I don't like this guy. I don't know how familiar you are with the puzzle givers and the riddle union, but you can't riddle in bad faith. This was riddling in bad faith. When I met you, I told you what was going to happen. If you didn't answer my riddles, I was going to eat you. He told us he had a princess down here. There's no princess.
Well, what would you have us do?
Eat
We're-
him.
we're
Let's
trapped.
eat him.
And Trolio.
He's a
I
ghost.
turn my head over and I go, what's bug-eyed and weird and making me mad?
And the Frog King backhands him.
His ghost hand goes right through his face, though.
Be on your knees, green one.
And Trulio, sometimes not everything is a riddle. Sometimes people might lie or deceive you for their own ends. But that does not mean that we will stoop to their level, yeah?
Okay.
Okay?
Stoop
Right.
down.
No.
Down.
Frog King, no one else is kissing your rings. We've done that. All right, it's been done.
You've done that.
Now, you
Trolio kisses the ring.
I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed that you told us there's a princess down here. But we are adventurers, and in the spirit of my good mate, Rix, who is deceased, by the way, recently deceased. Okay, all right. Now, you're not going to give me any...
I stopped listening.
Okay, all right.
We
well-
need to explore my tomb, find why I am back here. I want sex.
I want to look up at the hourglass. Is the sand going down?
It's going down.
How fast?
It's 4/10 of the way.
Frog King, tell me what the meaning of this hourglass. Are we in some danger?
No danger at all.
You David Bowie now?
I investigate myself, not trusting the Frog King's.
You investigate the hourglass.
Yeah, just the room, and yeah.
You find on his bones a crown of woven branches.
On the Frog King's bones.
Yeah, the Frog King's
Okay.
bones on the dais. There's the bones are also grasping these two green arrows, large green arrows, and it has a short sword.
Okay. I would. Can I just grab all of it?
Yeah.
I grab all of it.
Oh, why must you do this to me?
You brought us here, trapped us, warned that your tomb was desecrated. I see no desecration, first of all.
You came here at my command.
Well, of our own free will, but sure. Do you know the meaning of these things, Frog King?
I am a king. Meaning has no meaning to me. You do my bidding, and it is done.
Very well, Frog King. If it will get us out of here, what is your bidding?
De-reconsecrate my tomb.
Again with this. Yes, as I thought. You've no idea what it is you want.
Ah,
Well, how do we consecrate the tomb?
beats me. I am no priest.
Helpful, though.
What are the items you picked up?
Perhaps my tomb has been invaded.
You're no use. What are the items you picked
It
up?
was like a crown of thorns, I think.
It's woven branches.
Woven branches.
Some little flowers grow on it.
Yeah.
2 large green copper arrows
Mm-hmm.
and a short sword. If you pull the short sword out of its scabbard, it's actually like muscular and has like the texture of a tongue. It's
Ugh.
white.
Is
This Neville, I think, is for you.
what? It's the worst one of all of them.
And I put the 2 green arrows in my quiver.
Frog King, is this your crown here?
Aye.
Perhaps he would like to wear his crown again, huh, Bobbins?
Give it a
I would
shot.
love to. Please give it here.
So, Bobbins,
give it here.
And I,
But it looks like
Can his
woven
hands hold it?
branches.
Yes.
And with little flowers instead of gold.
so
and
you
gems.
give it to the Frog King.
can the Frog King's hands hold it, or is he
I
a
don't know what the.
specter?
Oh yeah, he's a ghost.
Put it on his head, Bobbins.
Place it
I tried to
on my
put it
head.
on his head.
I would say because it is he is a ghost and a king and there's magic involved. It kind of just hovers there in place.
Ah.
Yes, it's actually about right here.
Yeah, above his head.
It's like a halo.
Oh,
And you see little tiny flowers are blooming off of it.
It's quite lovely, Frog King. Do you feel good?
I feel beautiful.
All right. Well, I guess I guess we're good.
No!
There is a tunnel leading out of this room
Oh,
into a larger complex.
Well, we do that then, obviously.
Yes, as I said, maybe there is an invader, a trespasser.
Neville and Trolio, let us take this tunnel before us.
I look down the tunnel.
It bends at a right angle after about 20 feet.
And Trolio, you go first, huh? We'll follow you.
It's a narrow hall. There's 2 smaller rooms off of this hall, one to the west and one to the north, and then the hall crooks to the right, and then there's a door at the end of that hall.
Maybe we should go to the smaller rooms first.
So the first one you find is a room of stacked stone walls. There's empty alcoves, broken urns and jars, and dried organs litter the floor. There are still a few urns left intact, not broken, and there's a painting of the king on the wall. If the king wants to tell us about the painting on the wall.
Oh, look at my majestic form. Look at me, knelt down, showing off my royal back holes.
Oh, like
The
that.
queen shall lay her eggs in my back,
Which queen?
and I shall grow my kin.
Antrolio walks around and picks up some of the entrails and organs, and is smelling them because he's hungry. He might eat them.
So there's some on the ground. They're all ripped apart. Are you going after those or the jars that are still
the
on
ones that are the ones that are on the ground.
Okay. There's like a leg muscle.
Uh-huh.
What is that part
Like
of
a jowl?
the jowl of,
Mhm.
of
A
the frog?
throat.
Oh, yeah. It's-
Oh, the big sack.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
sack.
And you're grabbing them up. Big sack.
Yeah. So I grabbed the big sack, but I also grabbed the leg muscles and I like wave it around in front of my nose to smell it.
Okay. It's like a pickled smell. Pretty rotten. Like what's some foul fish or something that's pickled for a long time.
A delicacy.
Mmm. I wish I had a nose to smell.
I investigate the canopic jars that are on the
Okay.
they're
There's-
not
so
they're
there-
untouched.
There's 4 unsmashed one.
Yeah.
One is labeled King's Heart, one is labeled King's Brain, one is labeled King's Tongue, and one is labeled King's Long Luxurious Leg Muscle.
Gross. Well, oh, look at these jars here. They've got a bit of the contents of the king here.
King, is this you?
Oh, my majestic body is still here, yes.
I wonder.
Was
it
my
meant-
perfect form. Oh,
Was it meant
my
to
pure bloodline. Oh,
be... King, was it meant to be displayed this way? On the ground, a mess.
how the fuck should I know?
Of course. There we go.
You weren't there at the time, I understand.
I was a little preoccupied being in my cosmic palace with my sister wives.
Of course.
I hold up one of the leg muscles and I go, "You gonna eat this?"
Away from me, King Frog.
I think actually in Trolio, these are the king's organs because he was perhaps mummified, and part of the ceremony was putting them in these jars here, yeah? So we don't eat these, but we're gonna restore them to the jars, yeah?
It was in my mouth, and I go, "Oh."
Yeah. And what you just did there, Antrolio, by not eating the organ, that's growth. Yeah. Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Congratulations, troll. My pure organ.
Ugh, okay, well.
We put the organs back in the jars.
Okay. Does the Frog King seem pleased that his stuff is back?
Yes.
And there you have it.
Well, is that it, Frog King? Is it just putting the organs back? That's what you wanted from us?
No.
No, we have to.
They were there to begin with.
Well, they were all over the ground.
Just stop fucking with things and find the foes. Sorry.
Well, you said consecrated. They were all over the ground, a bit of a mess.
Oh. Were they?
Yeah.
I was
This
not
Frog
paying
King,
attention.
He cares not. What's in the second room? I
Thank
wonder.
you.
So
Thank you.
You move on the hall into the next room, and there is a large copper ball sitting inside a ring in the center of the floor. The ball is too big to fit through the doorway with which you walk through. The orb actually rotates slowly.
So it looks like a Saturn, like a.
It's kind of like sitting in like there's a ring on the
Oh,
floor,
okay,
and
okay.
it's sitting on top of that so it doesn't roll around.
Okay. I guess I'll investigate. Is there anything? Should I investigate or?
So like as you investigate it, you notice that it rotates slowly. It's wet to the touch, and it vibrates softly if you approach it.
Oh.
What else do you do to investigate it?
I mean, I'll give it a little push, see if I can shift it
Okay.
in some way.
When you give it a push, you feel it kind of rock. If you're
Okay.
giving it a light push, like you could get it out of the ring, but also roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
6.
And roll a second d6 for me.
5.
6 and 5.
You feel this protrusion on your lower back, and this little pigtail pushes its way out on your lower back right above your ass.
Wait, I have a hog's tail now?
Yeah.
Oh!
Whoa!
What is this?
You're a hog man.
I have a hog's tail!
Bobbins, I guess it's just your true colors shining through.
No, Neville. Neville, come push this with me.
Oh,
push
no,
this.
apparently.
Come,
It's
push
all
this
you.
with me.
All you, Bobbins. Yeah, you've got it, I think.
Help?
No, Bobbins, you're doing such a good job. Keep pushing. Go ahead.
Push, little boy.
Push it again.
I
Maybe
do
it'll
so.
turn you back. Push it the other
Roll
way.
another d6 for me.
2.
You touch the ball again and you rock it out of the ring. You vanish
Ah!
and appear outside of the small room you're in front of the door that was just outside.
Whoa.
They don't see that?
They see you vanish.
Okay.
Whoa. Where'd he go?
Great Scott!
I investigate the door.
It's like a normal wooden door, maybe a little damp to the touch. There's some nice filigree and design.
Can I try to open it?
Yeah, it is unlocked.
Oh. Friends!
You hear a voice just down the hall, right outside the room you're in.
Who is it?
You know who it is, Neville.
Who is it? I'm
Yeah, it's
sorry.
Bobbins. It's Bobbins.
Oh, Bobbins. Yes, hello.
Yeah, I've solved the puzzle. No thanks to you.
Puzzle. And I chase after the voice.
You turn around, you run out of this room, and take a left, and you see Bobbins standing right in front of a door.
I follow Introlio.
We walk in. I walk in the door.
All right, you open the door. You see two skeletons dressed in armor, but their helmets, shields, and spears are leaning against a nearby wall. They're sitting down around a table, hanging out with a giant spider, but they're just chilling and throwing dice.
Shh, 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 shh. Whose kind of a puzzle is this? This is the puzzle where we have to kill something. Okay. Are you good with that?
Antrolio takes out a dagger.
Neville, are you ready to kill again?
No.
You cried last time.
So they're just
You
throwing
threw a
dice.
fit.
The king floats out and goes,
Thieves! I take one of the green arrows.
Not everything is solved by.
As you say, Neville. And I take a green arrow that I got from the tomb and I shoot it at the spider.
And Trolio wants to get up behind a skeleton and slit its throat.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Get them!
Neville just wanted to play some dice.
Roll for your arrow. So 20 plus your attack bonus. Oh, skill bonus. Sorry.
Yeah, 14.
Okay. And you were shooting at the spider?
The spider with the green arrow from the tomb.
Okay.
The copper arrow.
Roll the damage, but it's twice what your damage normally is for an arrow.
Whoa.
Ooh.
And you're trying to sneak up, so I need you to do a skill check
Yep.
for your sneaking first.
Am I trying to roll under the number?
Yeah.
I don't have the arrow damage sheet on here.
4.
All right. Your sneaking works. D6 for the arrow, the normal arrow. Yeah. 2 for the copper. Your sneak is successful if you'll roll for your attack. 20 plus your brawn bonus.
That's going to be a 12.
8. Is that
Okay.
8 plus something or is it just 8?
It's 8.
Okay.
That was your 2 D6s. Your green arrow eviscerates this giant spider if you want to.
Oh! It cleaves her in twain
Okay,
from head to anus, split
Whoa.
down the middle.
And just as the arrow's flying right through this spider, splitting it asunder, you're right behind a skeleton,
Slitting its throat.
slitting its like neck bones, I guess, because
Yeah.
it's a skeleton.
I didn't know that it was going to work.
What was your attack?
It was an 12.
Okay, yeah, and so roll damage for your dagger. D6.
Just one?
The king is not pleased.
It's a 2.
You try and slice right through its throat, and you remove one of the neck bones, and its head flops onto the floor, but it's still, animated and walking around.
Ah!
What's Neville doing?
He pulls out his slingshot.
Or his initial idea to maybe just play dice was probably
I think that got.
Neville, we
squashed
left
pretty
one for
quick.
you. It's all yours.
Neville, we left 1.5 for you.
so there's one he's just got his dice in his hand and he's watched it, turn to the left, sees an arrow fly through his spider friend, and looks to the right and sees a giant troll chopping the head off of his other friend.
He picks up a die of his own. And he says, "All right, let's have it then. You and me. We're gonna fight this out with the ivories, huh?"
You guys came in and killed my friends. What? Why? Why'd you do that?
You're intruders here. You desecrated this tomb.
That's
huh?
not me. That's the other guys that are doing that.
Why didn't you stop him?
We were just rolling dice.
I will say I wanted to roll the die with you, but my compatriots here, they kind of got a little bit heated under the
A
collar.
little
yeah?
bit. A little
Indeed,
heated.
Skeleton. The three of us decided we would face you in combat because you are very scary looking to my friend here.
And I commanded it.
Yeah, that is true. You are hanging out in the king's tomb, and the king did tell us to do it.
Thieves! Get them!
I'm not here on my own volition. I just, I'm cursed to be here forever. And now we just pass the time with dice and
yeah.
Quiet, cursed thing.
I'm kind of getting a read that the king's maybe not the best guy, yeah?
yeah, he made me hang out here forever. I'm trying to make the
Wow.
best of it.
Wow, that's not nice.
Oh, wait. I put you here.
I think so, yeah. He was a little-
That's a good
That's not funny,
Hey,
King. That's not nice.
That's actually
yeah.
really mean.
But he can't leave.
I sneak up behind this guy.
Okay, roll to sneak.
Yeah, I do it. That's a 4. I got the dagger behind it. I'm just looking at them and I'm mouthing like, just say the word. Just say the word.
Are you trying to roll dice with this skeleton?
Yeah, I am
Neville?
going to try to roll dice.
Okay.
with the skeleton.
So, where are you from, Master?
I'm from a bit of a quaint village. Yeah.
Do you have games, dice games where you're from?
Yeah. Well, I don't personally play them because I work a lot and I don't have a lot of friends. But
He's no one to play with.
however,
like you.
it is very popular
Yeah.
where I come from to be playing dice games. I've always wanted to. Yeah. Okay.
Let's do one from where you're from.
Take your time. It's not like my grave has been consecrated.
Oh, it's-
You're
So-
going to be dead forever.
Skeleton, you see the king really wants to have sex with his sisters?
11.
Okay, well, I rolled about an 8 here.
Mm.
And the name of the game is roll the lowest number.
Damn. Does that mean you won?
And Trolia, what are you doing? That's not how the game's played. You have to roll the highest number.
It's like a puzzle. It's like the truth is a puzzle. And if you don't do it, that's the answer.
And Trolia, what did we talk about earlier with telling fibs, huh? I guess the skeleton wins. I guess I have to stay down here with the skeleton forever.
Friend.
Frog King opens his mouth
Uh-huh.
and goes
Oh, no.
and grabs all the dice and then swallows them.
And they fall through your body because you're a ghost?
There's no time for games. Kill this skeleton troll boy.
Okay. And then I do it.
All right, roll damage.
5.
All right, yeah, you kill that last skeleton. How do you do it?
I go, okay. And then that's it. I
Yep.
slit its throat. Its head falls off.
Okay,
and-
and the bones just collapse to
Yeah.
the floor.
Ah, well,
Unanimated.
it's a shame, huh?
Easy come,
He was
easy go.
nice. He was nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Should we go to the room that doesn't have mushrooms in it?
Yeah.
There's the western door you just came through. There's a tunnel to the east, a tunnel to the southeast, and a tunnel to the southwest.
I thought that last one was going to be the main puzzle. I was looking at all these things, and I was thinking of all these things, the one that makes the most sense, well, it must be dice.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Frog King, tell us where these tunnels lead.
Watch your language. Phrase that again, please.
Frog King,
Which
tell
one
us
of these tunnels, bitch?
these tunnels, where lead they?
Tell you? I do not take commands from a small, warm
Jesus.
thing such as yourself.
You're-
Even if you do have luxurious legs.
Well, I run a lot, so thank you.
I can tell.
Tell me, if you were a princess, Frog King, close
Ooh, is
your
this a
eyes.
riddle?
Close your eyes for a minute.
Okay.
Ooh, a riddle.
Imagine you are a princess.
Oh.
In which direction would you travel?
Oh.
Just pick one.
Well, yeah, don't imagine too
Just
much.
pick
Just
one.
pick a direction.
Oh. Ah, yes, that one.
Southwest. He's pointing southwest, I
Yes.
think.
I too saw that.
You guys move in that direction. An earthy, pungent smell fills the room. The floor is covered in colorful mushrooms, grasses, and mosses. Dripping goo from the ceiling fertilizes the mushrooms and other flora. Brightly colored frogs are hopping around. There's another exit to this room on the eastern wall. A statue of a serene old wrinkled frog with a large mustache sits cross-legged, covered in lichen and mushrooms. It has its palms out and upward as if offering 2 green arrows to you.
Bobbins, it looks like you, huh?
No, it does
Yes,
not.
it does. It's
Apart from the
mustache.
mustache,
Got the
this is a
mustache.
frog man.
It looks like you, huh?
If a
Me-
thing have a mustache, it looked like you.
No, it's not me. This is a weak mustache, and I take my green arrows, one of which I have retrieved from the corpse of the spider, and I place them in the hands of the statue. And I again say, this does not look like me.
So as you set those arrows down, this gigantic 10-foot cube of clear gelatin flops from the ceiling right on top of you, and you're trapped in this jelly box.
King, is this a booby trip, huh?
I'm telling you, I don't know shit about what's going on. This is my tomb. I didn't.
Well, it's just, a lot of kings of yore would have an instrumental hand in designing their tombs and final resting places while they were alive, so I thought that maybe you would have some say in this.
I don't think you know much about royalty.
I guess I don't. Maybe I don't. I'm just a simple scarecrow. Okay. All right.
You're all looking at your friend trapped in a jelly cube, harassing a frog king ghost, and that's the end of today's episode.
Oh no!
Woo!
You got stuck inside of a Jello trap.
That was episode 3 of Super Princess Rescue Quest. Thanks for coming today, John.
Who is this John?
Okay.
King. What's your name, King? Frog
King Krupus, but you can call me.
Thanks for
Very
coming
well,
around
King.
today.
Very
What up? That was awesome. Thanks a lot, guys.
That was
Woo.
great.
See y'all next time.